It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They run for the first time with a rookie from Clemson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw now. He has the first over the middle. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. ETN again. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Lions will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. He's got a man left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now off play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. They'll send Drew Chrisman out to punt this away once more. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like when you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape. It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Setting up a throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now a pitch to Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 16. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-0 lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he's stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. From the 46. To the right, and intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back now, pressure on its way. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Fourth down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to be stopped pretty quickly at about the 5. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Throwing from near his own goal line. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Lions more than happy to take over in enemy territory. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll come out throwing into the hands of Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Second and goal from the 9 here. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 20-zip lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Oh, he's in trouble here, and he'll go down. The Lions got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Man in motion here. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Rams trailing on the scoreboard. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Drew Chrisman on the punt. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he found some running room for a nice gain. a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Second and 3 now. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. It's taken in by Williams. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I love throwing up first down. And when you see a first down pass...
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They have themselves another first and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's dropping back to throw. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. The Rams are set to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Throwing now on first down. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on first. Throw complete to Williams. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. A.J. Terrell making that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing from the gun here. Brought in right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Gibbs. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing now from the gun. Laporta with the grab. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running this one left. Oh, stiff arm. And he gets this forward to the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Right up the gut. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Call it a handful on that run. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Gibbs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Will Reichert now to try the field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Smith able to put it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
1st down, ball at the 36. Running it here with Etienne. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Pass play now. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Trying the right side. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. This ball's cut by Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They go play action here. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Rams football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He hands it off. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Out wide, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Past midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, 3rd down. They're throwing it. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now a give on the counter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Lions on their way to their 3rd win of the year. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And they'll kneel this down.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And if they could play at this level every time out, now their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.